He's here. Hey everybody, Punisher.88 here, coming at you once again with another weekend review. Halloween edition. That's right folks, and since it's Halloween, I figured, hey, let's start this party with a bang. So today I'm reviewing Steve Niles and Bernie Wrightson's 3-part miniseries, Frankenstein Alive Alive. So, to those of you who watch my reviews, you guys know that I like to start with the cover first, so let's check them out. Now I have two covers to show you. I got the first one here, which is for the reanimated edition, which collects both issue 1 and 2, because I wasn't fortunate enough to get both of them in single issues, and to try hunting them down now, forget about it. But this is still equally cool. I mean, check out that cover. That classic black and white Bernie Wrightson horror artwork is just amazing. So I'm just going to leave this here and let you soak it in. Soak all of that in. I mean, that is beautiful. Come on. I don't care who you are out there, but this is beautiful artwork. It may be a little scary looking, but it's beautiful. Now, let's take a look at the cover to issue number 3. An equally cool cover, this time in color, but I mean, look at that. I mean, how Bernie Wrightson draws the Frankenstein monster and makes him look so human-like, it's scary, but super cool. So again, take a look and soak it in. Don't mind the glare. Sorry, guys. Alright, so now that you guys have soaked in that horror goodness, from the covers alone, do I think these books are batting 1,000? Come on. I think you guys know the answer to that one. Yeah, I do. But those are just the covers. Now it's time to get down to what I like to call the nitty-gritty. But before we do, I just want to take the time to mention to any new viewers out there or any new subscribers to my channel that if at any time during this review or any of my past reviews you guys notice that I look up and down at the camera quite a bit, or it sounds like I'm reading to you guys, the reason for that is I keep my notes in front of me. Why? Well, there's a couple reasons. The first one being, with the notes, I find it helps the review flow a lot smoother. Second, with the notes in front of me, let's say I'm reading part of the review and I get stuck. I can backtrack and then keep going. And third, well, basically when it comes to memorizing text, it has never been one of my strong suits. So therefore, the notes are actually a help aid. So if you guys are cool with that, awesome. We'll get through this review and we'll be on our merry way. Alrighty? So what do you say we get started? So right off the bat, I just wanted to say, if you guys missed Steve Niles and Bernie Wrightson's first 2 issues of Frankenstein Alive Alive when they were published in 2012, well, IDW put them together here in a one-shot around the time that the third issue made its debut. And if you haven't read this series before now, you're in for a visual treat. Now, Niall's story puts Frankenstein's monster smack dab in the middle of a carnival sideshow during the Great Depression. He's got a job, a family of sorts with his fellow freaks, and he goes by the awesome name of Frank. No one asks him questions about his past, and he's treated by the human oddities with respect and compassion. During a dinner scene, though, he thinks back about his troubled past. After being haunted by his creator and learning of his inability to freeze to death, Frank's wandering took him to an active volcano, and he decided that that will be how he dies. Fire. Just like the Vikings. But that didn't kill him either. It just made him dormant. Encased in stone, his hibernation ended when he was found by an exhibition team and brought to Dr. Simon Ingalls. Ingalls' fascinations with the occult and all things bizarre helps the two beings form a bond of sorts. And the good doctor keeps Frank hidden in his home, providing him with shelter and feeding him knowledge. The relationship becomes strained when someone sees Frank and reacts poorly. Bernie Wrightson is someone who needs no further adjectives assigned to him to describe his talent. I mean, the man is simply a frickin' comic book god. And I said frickin' there because I wanted to keep this kid friendly. Trust me, I could have said the other F word and it would have totally been fitting. But anyway, his work in this series is nothing short of amazing. And you hear me gushing on Bernie Wrightson, well, trust me, I hold him up there around the same level as Alex Ross. So, yeah, prepare for some gushing here. His work in this series is nothing short of amazing and has an indescribable beauty to it. Black and white always seems to be best to complement Wrightson's style. And in this series, it hits you over the head like a frickin' mallet. It's so hard hitting, but the impact is amazing. The book has plenty of two-page spreads to gawk at, and the moments inside Dr. Ingalls' study / museum / laboratory are so jam-packed with information and detail that to not stare and drink in all the intricacies would be nearly criminal. I mean, there's so much stuff to take in. Steve Niles, he tells his usual top-notch story, but let's be real here. This book isn't about him. It's about the single greatest horror illustrator who ever lived. Hands down. Now, moving on to Frankenstein Alive Alive, issue number 3. I wanted to say, growing up, I was always a big fan of the Universal movie monsters. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you out there know who I'm talking about. You know, I love Dracula. I mean, Bela Lugosi, man, he had that down packed. The Wolfman, awesomeness. But most of all, I loved Frankenstein. And not just because my name is Frank. I've watched all the Boris Karloff Frankenstein movies, and I even enjoyed Robert De Niro's take on the character in the '94 movie Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So when I saw this book on the shelf the day it came out, basically my inner child screamed at me to grab it and, see if it did as good a job making me, love the character as all the movies and previous portrayals of Frankenstein. And trust me, I've seen, or sorry, portrayals of Frankenstein I've seen or read. I'm skipping ahead here. And trust me, it most definitely did not disappoint. Turn the page. This issue picks right up where issue 2 left off. Frankenstein is doing what he can to avoid being seen again by Dr. Ingalls' wife Dolly by keeping to his favorite spot, the library. He becomes aware that Dr. Ingalls is clearing out his home of patients, and in his curiosity, he begins to search the house to find answers as to why. In doing this, he stumbles upon Dolly, and the remorse he feels for her current state is undeniably powerful. And when reading, you can feel pity for this creature that unintentionally hurt someone just because of his outward appearance. It's pretty touching stuff. There remains one patient, a young pregnant woman, and the intentions for her continued presence are revealed, and Frankenstein's memories of his creator flood back and leave him with a choice to make. And I know, for the sticklers out there, I know the monster's not called Frankenstein, the doctor was called Frankenstein, but just bear with me here, okay? Now, I was first introduced to Steve Niles when I read his 3-part miniseries, 30 Days of Night. I'm sure to all the horror fans out there, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how much of a classic that story is. It's amazing. I mean, they made a movie about it, so it's gotta be good. And, man, I was immediately hooked on his writing abilities and his unique take on the whole horror genre. And upon reading the first issue of this series, you can tell the love that he has not only for this character, but for the original creator of Frankenstein and her vision for just who and what Frankenstein was. Just another lost soul. Now, this series, as I said, picks up right where the book left off and continues to build on the whole mythos of the Frankenstein character, as if Mary Shelley herself was helping Niles pen it. The writing is intelligent and feels true to the time period the story takes place in. The characters are very well developed, and as always, the inner turmoil of the Frankenstein character really tugs at the old heartstrings. It's amazing stuff. Trust me on this one, folks. You guys gotta try and get this story. Again, Bernie Wrightson's artwork is some of the most stunning black and white art that I have ever set my eyes on. The detail that goes into each and every piece make them feel like they would be hung up one panel at a time in their own gallery in an art museum of your choosing. I mean, they're that good. The Frankenstein look is fresh, but it feels more to me like what this creature would look like had it actually been created. Now, it does not have the traditional neck bolts or scar and staples holding the scalp on, but it looks more human and just on a larger scale, and the face resembles more of a decayed human face. And you can feel the emotion and thoughts that are going through Frankenstein at every turn by the way Wrightson details expressions. The man is a truly amazing artist. I know by the time I get to the end of this, you're probably going to be sick of hearing me say that. But sorry, I just can't help it. Now where the heck was? Oh yeah, okay. The settings are masterfully created from all the beakers and creatures and smallest details in the laboratory scenes to the many books and candles in the library where Frankenstein likes to spend his time. This truly is some of the best artwork in comics today, I find. And to have it in black and white just makes it even more so. It's just, oh my god. So, if you're a fan of Frankenstein or just exquisite artwork in your comic books, I highly recommend picking up this series. If not in single issue, if you can find all three in single issues, just pick up the trade and stare in awe at each page as you flip through it. And when I tell you there's amazing art in these books, let me show you, okay? Let's start with the reanimated edition, because, you know, if you're gonna do it right, let's go with all black and white. Hey, that rhymes. I mean, there's a scene in here. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Is that awesome? Oh. Okay, it might not totally be. Let me try that again. Totally be all black and white. There's minimal color in there, but damn, is that beautiful. Oh my god. So nice. And all this black and white greatness. I mean, this is amazing stuff. And now let's check issue number 3. Don't want to let this book feel left out. That's another great series, by the way. Monsters and Madmen. This is the Secret History of Jack the Ripper and Frankenstein's Monster. Another series I urge you guys to check out if you haven't already. I might do a review of this series in the future, because I mean, that's two of my favorite horror characters, Frankenstein and Jack the Ripper. Come on. But yeah, to this book here, I mean, that is so cool. Where he's just, you know, hanging out on the rooftop, and you see all the villagers down on the street. Ow. Super cool stuff. So yeah, guys, again, I urge you more than 100% to do so. If you can find them, go get them. Alrighty? So that brings me to the end of a very long and extensive review. I hope you guys stuck around to the end. And if you enjoyed it, give her a thumbs up. If not, give her a thumbs down. If I get a thumbs down, it just means I gotta work harder on pleasing you guys. That's right. Also, if you enjoy reviews like this one, take a look around my channel. I got plenty of them. I do a new comic review every Thursday and Saturday. Thursday being a current comic, Saturday being one of either a back issue book, a hot topic book, or something that just really catches my eye. If you're into unboxings, normally every 2 months I do a unboxing because I am a member of the Marvel Collector Corps. But as I've mentioned all this week, something happened, and unfortunately I wasn't able to receive my October box, but that problem's fixed now. So come December, I will be getting my Marvel Collector Corps once again, and I'm looking forward to it because the theme is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. And as we all know, there's like one of, I think, 5 different pops you can get, so who knows what I'm going to get. Fingers crossed for Star-Lord, but again, who knows. Also, if you're into backstories on lame comic book characters, well, every Wednesday I choose a character at random, and I give you guys the dirt on them. Basically, I give you their first appearance, when they were created, who created them, yada yada yada. And also, if you're into comic book hauls and whatnot, I got plenty of those too. And speaking of comic book hauls, most likely on Tuesday, I will have one for you, and a lot of cool stuff in there. And I know I said that I was going to do my random act of kindness unboxing yesterday. Unfortunately, I was just really busy, so I didn't have time to do it. So look forward to that next week. I will fit it in there somewhere. Alrighty? So that's it. But stick around because I have another, well, not another, usual What's What with Punisher 88 for you. Got a great top 10 list, keeping again in the theme of Halloween and whatnot. So, yeah, stick around for that. Alrighty? So, that's it for me. So, I will see you in the What's What video. So, till then, this is Punisher 88 signing off. See ya!